Welcome back, everybody. We are the Slice Podcast-ish. Yeah, right? We're a podcast. I guess we just talk.
We're a podcast without the pod or the cast.
Well, yes. It might look like we have a pod. Anyways, boys, we're here today. Carlos, you came up with this wonderful topic. Please tell us again what it is. Damn it.
Well, we were gonna have a fight, but just
we were gonna fight each other.
we're gonna fight each other, but we're not in high school anymore. So
Yeah.
the idea is does a director or a producer or a writer of a project, say a movie or a TV show or whatever, does that person need to be a fan of said material in order to do it?
Good question.
And this question really pertains to this day and age.
Yeah.
Because it's
changed.
It's kind of something that a lot of people are now bringing up, like, oh, well, you know, with social media, everybody has
an opinion.
Yeah, everybody's kind of like background is now comes into place now.
That's true. Everybody wants to show off what they got. And like I said, this goes off to you guys too. Basically, if you guys think what your opinion is on people knowing knowledge of what they're doing, and if they need knowledge, or they could just go with their own credibility of their director, how they done it before in the past. You know, like does Scorsese have the grit to make basically a Western film?
Wow, yeah.
It's not a mob movie.
Tarantino made another Western. What a shock.
Right? Okay. All right.
Clint Eastwood's a cowboy or a police officer. What else is there?
You know what? I want to start off with mine. I think sometimes no. I mean, sometimes yeah. You might have to have some thought process and knowledge with this movie. These
material.
Things. Material. Yeah. I want to start off with M. Night Shyamalan. Perfect example. Someone who acted like he knew what he was talking about. I remember. I think we all remember because it was on Nickelodeon. It was broadcast. It was literally like a celebration.
Let me apologize in advance.
Oh, don't worry. I'll probably skip it. No, but it looked like everybody was. This movie made everyone happy. This movie that if you were a fan of the Airbender, you were excited to see a show that recently just ended. Right? Yeah. It ended that time where the movie released. Yeah. And it was just kind of like a farewell goodbye to something, something that we love. Into something, introducing something we're gonna like at that moment. And it didn't. It never happened. You went to go see this movie, eyes wide open. At the end of the movie, eyes closed, not caring to see this movie ever again.
I think that was the biggest group we went with.
Yeah.
Like there was like 10 of us.
There was 10 of us.
And all of us.
And all of us knew about it.
But like different levels.
Yeah.
From me and Little Miguel, who were absolute fans of it, to you who were not really, and Muffin Man who was in the middle. We were all the spectrum, and just universally we were like, that sucked.
And that was great too, seeing it from all different perspectives. Yeah, we were fans in some level. People starting, people from the beginning, or from the end, So
it's like when they say 10 out of 10 dentists agree with this.
Yes, that is true. Except that one
a-hole who can never make up his... Except this time, we were all that a-hole.
Yeah, basically, M. Night, basically a guy who had a mixed review in general. It's a hit or miss. I mean, I would say in the recent movies, the movies that came out was Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. For me, those movies were... Oh, even Signs. Signs was good. A lot of people liked The Village. I haven't really seen it, but a lot of people did say they liked it. They just didn't like the ending.
It's not as good, but it's still an entertaining movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people have that.
Original movies.
Yeah, it's good.
But a lot of people have their mixed matches of how M. Night shows.
I'd say his first 5 movies are his peak.
Yeah. Not Devil. Anyways, basically he seemed excited. He seemed like he was selling us something. And then it's funny because when I heard like how he supposedly caught on to this, I kind of didn't believe it. Yeah. He was like, oh, my daughter started watching it. And then she kept telling me, like, oh, yeah, like, Dad, I want to watch this. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, he didn't really care. And then, like, months passed and stuff like that. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Halloween, his daughter's like, I want to be what's her name?
Toph
or Tara, yeah. And he's like, I don't know who that is, but okay. It sounds pretty gay to me. You know? And then basically one day they finally buy the DVD because he can't pay for it.
Shut up, child.
Shut up, child. You know, I barely can afford this house. Now you want me to buy DVDs?
I'm running out of 6 cents money.
Yeah, exactly. I have to make another Unbreakable sequel. And then,
I can't even get Bruce Willis no more.
yeah, and then basically he watches, he's like, I could make money. And so, I like how he's like, oh, we can make a movie. No, you know what you said. I could make money. And then during the whole time he was talking about it, I'm pretty sure you guys heard, he was like, I saw this whole theory, I investigated, I'm gonna put this in the movie, I'm gonna put this. Like he was, and then like you would think he was a fan.
Yeah.
Like, and then like, no, it was trash.
It was very
At first, I there's one thing I did appreciate from the thing he said. How do you pull out one whole movie out of like a bunch of episodes, one season? And he was like, well, I'm gonna try to pull out the most important things out and like leave episodes that were just kind of like, this, you could miss this one.
You could like, even if it was a good movie, I'm pretty sure that would have been people who would have been like, they didn't put this in it, or this character wasn't in this. Well, it's a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
you can't put everything.
You can't sell the whole thing in one.
It would have been a bad movie if you had everything.
Exactly. So I mean, I appreciate what he said there. That was like, oh, I was hopeful. And then he did kind of train wreck. First of all, he got an actor that was not even an actor, right? The kid was just like, I know.
Yeah, like he saw him doing some kung fu moves and went, "You're hired."
You're hired, yeah. And Carlos, what for you? I know definitely you could agree with me. What you remember it the most? I fell asleep halfway.
That movie was just god awful.
In what way for you? People always say it, but what just told you it's awful?
It was just not just with the it wasn't just a bad adaptation. It was just a bad movie. Mm-hmm. Like you're just like, I'm bored. The acting sucks.
Yeah.
This kid does good karate, I guess, but get off the screen.
Yeah. What were your thoughts? Oh, this is kind. I don't know. What were your thoughts on the switch of the race of all characters? Would you say it was biased for M. Night to hire like I think all?
He made the Fire Nation Indians.
Yeah, which
I was like, he got away with it because he made them Indians. Like if he had made them white, people would have been like, that's racist, that's whitewashing. But he made them Indian, so somehow he got away with it.
He's like, the Indian card.
Technically, they're Asian.
You're calling me a racist.
Racist. I'm brown.
Yeah, and
you can't be racist if you're brown.
Yeah, apparently so. But that was my thing. I think that's what I call someone who says they are a fan and then kind of just shits on the whole thing.
It'd be like me going, I love Batman, but what if we change this?
Yes.
It's basically that. He was like, I love Avatar, but what if we did this with it?
At the end, it's funny. I saw an interview after the movie. It's like some ladies like, what's the beef with the people hating your movie? He's like, I don't understand the United States audience.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get them. Other people out of the country get me.
Maybe from your country.
Yeah. And he was like, well, I'm doing more stuff out of the country stuff. More things so I could understand the view. And it botched.
Have you seen Indian movies?
In Bollywood style.
That is just some... Oh my...
Cruz. He's doing his best Bollywood dance move.
Indians, what is up with your movies? Good Lord.
I understand Indians are big viewers of ours, but we're just asking because you guys are viewers.
I'm calling you out on your movie making, alright? I love you.
Special effects, beautiful. I love when that man turns into a ball of pure men. Cyborg 3 was awesome.
I went through a few. I binged a few Indian movies like a few years ago.
Dude, first of all, they're long as hell.
They are long as hell.
They're like watching Star Wars.
You know what? But they know how to make entertaining action scenes.
We love it.
They're balls out. But you get a laugh out of them.
All right. Enough about me. Enough about Shyamalan. Cruz, for you, what's your thoughts on subject? We went on an Indian tyrant. You're our new China.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Cruz, can you please give us your thoughts on why or
I
why
think
not?
it could go either both ways.
Okay.
You got Sam Raimi, who's a huge Spider-Man fan, did 2 great movies, and then the third one.
I think he got punked out in the third one.
You think he got bucked out of the third one?
They said that the people wanted Venom in it, right, Carlos?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was that the producers got in the way.
Yeah, producers, right?
Like they were like, "Oh, we want this and we want that," and he was like, "Fine."
Yeah. Continue, Cruz.
And then you got guys like Tim Burton who had absolutely no idea what
Continue.
the comic books are, or doesn't read comic books, and he made 2 of the greatest comic books. So it could go both ways. Because then you got Tim Burton, who doesn't read comic books, who did 2 great Batman movies.
Yeah.
And then you got Josh Whedon, made 2 great Avenger movies, but then he switched sides and went to Justice League and botched it.
Oh, like his knowledge was not as good, I guess. You're saying.
Yeah. So on my point of view, it could go both sides.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a good, and sometimes it's
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You got people that controlling Star Wars that don't know anything about the Star Wars universe, and then mess it up.
That's bad then.
That's bad.
Yeah, big time. And then
You
people like John.
You got Favre and David Filoni who are taking lead now, and they're doing what they're doing with the Mandalorian, and it's like
The Mandalorian shows how you would see someone that loves the Star Wars lore.
yeah. I'm pretty sure Carlos wouldn't like some guy that says, "Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Star Trek," comes and
That's exactly what's going on right now. So he's got a point.
Why are you going at him? Why are
no,
you going at him?
I'm not attacking. I'm just.
I know.
It's
But
like it's something you
why
love.
are you making sense?
Like,
Stop making sense, man. It's
it's
scaring
like,
me.
I love Star Wars, and if somebody's gonna come and fuck up like Rain Johnson
Yeah.
and screw everything up, why give it to him?
Well, you could also say J.J. Abrams.
But he's subverting expectations.
Screw his
That was
expectations.
his main excuse. Like, but this movie subverts your expectations. You're expecting one thing, and it goes the other way.
I'm gonna tell you.
And then on J.J. Abrams,
expected to be great?
I was expecting a good movie, so yeah, you didn't subvert my expectations.
on J.J. Abrams, I might be a little biased because I am a fan of
This
his.
is a Star Wars. This is a Star Wars franchise. How dare you?
Exactly. This is an 81 Honda. How dare you?
This is an 81 Honda. How dare you?
But I'm pretty sure Star Wars will understand that if this guy's claiming he's a Star Trek fan and comes and does a season of Picard or some other character, I'm pretty sure he messes it up. Carter's not gonna be happy.
This
Yeah.
is exactly what's going on. So
All right, let's go with Carlos since we're all attacking his.
what? Let him continue. Let him
Okay.
rant.
All
Let
right,
him
Chris,
rant.
This is your time to rant.
I don't have a rant. It's just like if
preaching.
you know the material, stick with it.
What's the name of the guy in charge of Star Wars right now? The guy with the cowboy hat?
Oh yeah, he's
Dave Filoni.
Filionis, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that dude is like a Star Wars encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Like, this dude would make me.
I saw him at this one show. You guys should definitely watch. It's a cooking show. It's on Netflix. I think it's called. I forget the show, but Jon Favreau is the main. He's a guy. He's basically the main guy. He's obviously Jon Favreau's. He's basically cooking with a chef friend of his, and they basically talk to a bunch of celebrities and stuff. And I remember he comes out, and they're passionate about it.
Oh,
Yeah, like this dude, like he knows he lives and breathes Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like he was watching the behind the scenes, like you could tell this guy's approaching it not just like, oh well, this ship is this and this ship
What's
is
your
this.
thoughts on him killing off Darth Maul like that at the Rebels? Just like a
Oh, I
one-shot.
love that. I
Yeah?
love how Darth Maul went out.
Just like
Yeah, that fight was beautiful. It was
And
poetic.
he's like,
it was not a fight. It was just one swat.
Exactly. It was that like it was Obi-Wan knowing evolving past his aggression
It was
as
true.
a Jedi Master.
My brother did make some key point where it was nice to see Darth Maul try to do an old move that he did to Qui-Gon, how he killed him.
Yeah.
When he was about to raise both lightsabers to the face.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan just predicted it and just chopped it in.
And if you look before the fight starts, Obi-Wan gets like in his prime pose.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's like, nope. And he gets in the stance he always gets in the original, in the trilogy. The
That's
first
where he
trilogy.
starts,
Yeah. He goes from a stance
So
of aggression
you
to a
appreciate that
passive.
last fight compared to a fight that you would see like Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because like anybody could be like, oh, I'm going to have a super dope lightsaber battle and it's two characters that everybody knows. But it's like, no, it's another thing to know the characters, but it's another to understand them.
And I like the way it ends. Like,
Nerd.
Darth Maul is finally at peace.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? You're protecting him, aren't you? You're protecting our future, aren't you? And Kenobi tells him, yes, I am protecting the chosen one.
Darth Maul kind of evolves past the dark side. Like,
He doesn't have that much hate in him, but at the same time, he's still that evil. You know, but he
Just
accepts
the
it.
rage, you mean?
Yeah, he just
rage of him getting revenge on
Palpatine.
Yeah, everything.
He's learned the futility of it.
Yeah.
It seems like at the end he understood.
He grew with the
what it
Force.
meant to be to be at one with the Force.
Okay, and now we're kind of swayed away.
So
from
going
Star
back
Wars.
to-
Well, I mean, it comes back to what we're talking about because I mean,
He knows his knowledge.
only someone who really understands Star Wars could write
Would
that.
do that, yeah.
Like if Ryan Johnson had written that, it would have been like, oh, they have this dope lightsaber battle. In
It
the
would have been
middle
like
of
a 5-minute fight scene.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh well, like yeah, I guess that's cool to look at, but
Two old guys going down a 5-minute fight scene.
yeah, we want something satisfying. We don't want something cool to look at. We want something that makes us orgasm.
So, that's why now that Kathy Kennedy's stepping down and these two guys are getting the whole reins of the ship, I feel comfortable because they know what they're doing. But at the same time, knowing what you're doing can also mess up.
Sometimes some fan service, like I think my brother brought it up to me. The Hulk, the Ang Lee, I mean, was would you say like a guy that was really into comics would say?
Oh, the
kinda
writer,
failed?
yeah. I told you earlier, the writer.
Yeah.
You know, he was a big Hulk fan. They wrote 10 scripts,
Nothing. Where to go?
and the movie still sucked.
Yeah.
So, it's like,
Someone that even knows knowledge could.
those knowledge of the Hulk,
Yeah.
and they still managed to.
Well, it's like one of those things people could say they could tell a good story, but at the end it could end up terrible, right?
Like, I'm a huge X-Men fan, but if you leave me in charge of doing an X-Men episode or X-Men
He's
movie,
gonna have pure Wolverine.
no, I'm gonna have the X-Men.
yeah, I'm
But-
kidding.
I'm gonna
Someone that's just so like hurting with passion and
Colossus and
love,
Wolverine.
and someone that is like a soft lover should just go at it. You'll just be hearing Octic Blast.
Berserk.
He just berserked me.
I bet you this fan fiction exists somewhere in the
It probably does.
in the internet.
Carlos, what's your take on all this? The whole your
Well,
question.
I think Wolverine would be more of a tender lover.
Shut
than
up,
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
I think Cyclops
He
would be
would.
the right
I
fight.
can imagine he just holding him, like on his, like Wolverine would be like Cyclops would be like laying on his chest, and Wolverine just be like, yes.
He needs to be in control.
Yeah.
It was never Gene. Scott. It was
Cyclops-
never
Yeah,
Gene.
Cyclops is that comfort zone for him.
Yeah, like finally I can let my past go.
Yeah.
And be with Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, what are we talking about here?
It's the only guy that could pierce his heart.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Adamantium needs something to warm up, you know.
Wow!
You guys started this.
You started this.
No, I did it. I said Rogue and Jean. You guys went on a.
He went with the
You guys
Cyclops.
went
and
on a
Wolverine.
whole male fantasy. Carlos, come on. Can we go to you?
Back
Can
to
we go?
back to regular scheduling.
No, it's
program.
going. Go, Carlos. Your thing. Oh, yeah. It's the ghetto bird.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. for that.
Inside joke, guys. Inside joke.
Probably.
I'm kind of like half and half because sometimes
I think we're all half and half.
I'm gonna lean more towards no a guy shouldn't be it shouldn't be a requirement
Okay.
because you Cruz you got it with Star Trek
Mm-hmm.
because the guy doing Star Trek right now, Alex Kurtzman, is a Star Trek fan and he's totally botching it.
Yeah.
While at the same time, there's another example, Wrath of Khan, the best Star Trek movie.
Wasn't done.
The
by us.
director hated Star Trek.
And it's one of the best.
Yeah, it's one of the best Star Trek movies. He was like, "What? Like, you want to do a Star Trek movie? Why? Why?"
Well, that was Christopher Nolan, you would say, too.
Yeah.
Example.
They Nolaned him. They were like, "What do I get after this? Oh, you get to do this movie. Fine, I'll do Star Trek. Whatever."
Yeah. Oh, really?
Pew pew pew.
Run, nerd.
God!
God. Exactly. Give us the best The best Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
And Nolan, he wasn't a Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go to David S. Gore and be like, I don't know this.
Who is this guy who is the Cape Crusader?
Who is the Cape Crusader? It sounds to me like Harvey Dent's the real hero here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Liberty wins?
Liberty wins. Yeah. The Scarecrow, he's so sexy. I want to hire him and everything.
Can he be my boy toy?
He's obsessed
Oh,
with that guy.
here we go again.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan has a crush on
Killian Murphy.
Killian
Or is
Murphy.
it Jillian Murphy?
I'm gonna call him Sicilian Murphy.
Sicilian.
Yeah, continue.
The no fighting guy.
God damn it. You got your bombs of F's. Continue.
No, but I don't think it should be a requirement because sometimes you get, that's from my experience, that's usually when you get the best interpretations.
Yeah.
When it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like Burden.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Goth kids need love them too, man.
that's true.
Continue.
Another example, Ronald D. Moore, the guy who made and if you call me Dwight, I would punch you. The guy who made Battlestar Galactica, the remake.
Bears Beach, Battlestar Galactica.
Exactly.
Dwight.
Ronald D. Moore was not a Battlestar Galactica fan. He was a Star Trek guy. And he
was probably pissed. Like, battles in space? Oh, I know what's coming. Battlestar Galactica. Son of a bitch.
Exactly. We're going to give you a science fiction show. This is it. It's going to have battles. This is it. Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. Wait, what?
What is that?
What is this crap?
That sounds like the what is it? The GoBots to the Transformers. So Star Trek GoBots are Battlestar Galactica to the Transformers, which they're Star Trek.
It is. It's the Battlestar Galactica with the GoBots.
Damn.
Yeah, and he gave a dope show,
Yeah.
and he was not a fan of it.
He must have been. I'm just making money. I'm doing this for the money.
Yeah, and in a lot of ways, his interpretation of Battlestar Galactica was very little was the same.
Is that the one with
How can I teach these
Yeah,
kids?
is that
Adrian's almost.
Adrian James almost Cruz's favorite actor.
Hispanic actor.
Hey,
I was trying to look for you, man, around WonderCon, and I couldn't find you.
That was all A-sides.
And then my friend Ace saw you, and he didn't tell me shit.
Him and Jimmy Lee were hanging out.
Yeah, they were hanging out.
Ah!
And remember, he lives. Edward James' almost grandma lives around here.
No, his mother.
His mother. We go visit her. Where is he? All right.
What part of Pico Rivera does he live in?
Didn't he go to our high school?
No, he went to Garfield.
Garfield? Okay.
What a sucker. What a follower, dude.
I know, right?
Anyways, boys, is that pretty much what we're talking about? You guys have anything to say? No more.
Don't those Death Troopers kind of look like, from the Mandalorian, look like the robots from Battlestar Galactica?
Cylons? Yeah.
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 Oh, they're
Just
probably
in black.
Star Wars beats Battlestar Galactica.
It does.
It does.
It does. Hey man, you gotta know what you can go up against.
I've never seen anything of Battlestar Galactica before.
Yeah.
You know how with Star Wars or Star Trek you'd be like, oh, I would be a Jedi, or I want to be a Mandalorian, or I would be a captain of a starship. With Battlestar Galactica, you'd be like, this universe sucks. I don't want to be in it. Like, everybody's dying. It's depressing as fuck. You'd be like, I don't want to be a part
Your
of it.
dad's a big fan of that, right?
Fan of the original, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because when he heard of the remake, he was excited, like, oh, they're remaking it, remember? And I was like, no.
That was trash.
That was trash. And then we saw it, and I was like, this is dope. And he was like, this is trash.
He walked away.
Yeah, he walked away.
You stood.
Yeah, he loved the original, hated the remake, and I think the original.
It's probably like from times have changed. Like your son, you're like, you want to show your son this, and he's like, what? Like, what about this? That's not the original.
That's not the original. Exactly. It's a 180, and I think it's always best to have a little throw in a little something new.
Yeah.
Always, because that's how you get the best of some stuff.
Both worlds.
All right. Would you say we're good, boys? When it comes to this topic, anything? Any last words? Stuff like that. Okay. What are we in agreements to? I think all of us could say. Sometimes it's
2 out of 3, so
it's a 2 out of 3. So you would say, well, actually,
the most important part is that if you're not a fan of something, but you're taking it on, at least respect it.
Yeah.
Know that if you're gonna do something, you might piss some people off.
True. I like
Ryan
those last
Johnson.
Words. I like those last words. All right, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you liked it, dislike it. If you dislike it, like always, we are cool with democracy. And basically,
Unlike Nolan.
Basically, if you subscribe, that's cool, man. If you haven't,
Episode before Christmas.
oh, this is it. This is a Christmas episode. This is the one before.
Before here.
Oh, and have a Merry Christmas.
Merry
We will
Christmas.
see you guys in the next year, right?
Pretty much.
No.
No? Oh, then we're gonna have a New Year's episode.
Okay, right.
Oh yeah, the Dark Knight Rises. Yay!
Yay!
We're bringing
Ooh,
it in
he's-
here.
This
You
is
could have
the,
said something. You're like mumbling it to me. I'm saying, ha.
And then next year we'll have something new for you.
Hooray! Okay.
this is the way.
Take it easy.